Uncle Demon DJ in trouble again. The DJ hit with lottery scamming charges that remained unresolved until last year, when he was finally freed by the Home Circuit Court. Lee's career was nearly derailed amid allegations of persistent police harassment and restrictions performing overseas. Tommy also alleged to have underworld connections to a gang in Montego Bay, which he denied. The goth DJ detained in 2018 and again in July of 2020, but now back behind bars, this time on charges of possessing an illegal gun and ammunition, after cops nabbed him in Kingston on Monday night.
As far as we are concerned, the matter would have to go to court. When it is that it goes to court and we have formal disclosure, which is a documentary evidence against him, we'd be in a position to give a little bit more. We'd be able to understand what is the nature of the allegations against him, and we can respond appropriately.
Potentially, what does Tommy Lee face in terms of time behind bars if he's found guilty?
The starting point would be 15 years. But I don't want to comment on that too much, because as far as we are concerned, we haven't had disclosures yet, and we don't know the nature of the allegations against him specifically to make any determination in relation to how it is that we're going to proceed.
Any chance of bail in the short term?
Well, bail is a constitutional right, it's a constitutional norm, and as far as we are concerned, after it is that we get full and frank disclosure, we'll be in a position to give an indication in relation to how it is that we intend to proceed.
But it looks like Tommy Lee will be spending Christmas behind bars.
The court date is the 6th of January. We're trying our best to have that matter brought forward.
So, behind bars for Christmas?
The court date is the 6th of January, and we're trying our best to have the matter brought forward.
Is it indicated in terms of what you know so far that Tommy Lee was under surveillance from the police?
We would need full and frank disclosure before we can have any determination in relation to what the police have.
So you've had very little from the police, you're operating pretty much in the dark?
Which is what happens before a matter goes to court ordinarily. The only time you'd have an understanding is if a formal question and answer was conducted, and that wasn't conducted in relation to Mr. Russell. He was detained, a habeas corpus application was done in the parish court, and we learned that he was charged subsequently.
Was there anything irregular about his detention?
I would decline to comment on that until I get full and frank disclosure.
Breaking news, John no star. I am going to put himself there in a jail. I'm going to do him to get out. Because Gaza him saying that's what I'm doing. Gaza him doing. So I'm going to do him to get out himself. I feel him trouble.
Family don't know the system off him head already. You see it? I want to sink him, and it again him still going to make them hold him. You see me? I don't know where I'm pre, is it?
He has been getting himself in too much trouble, and this time, well, we can't say that the system is plaguing him, because he was caught red-handed with a firearm in his car yesterday. So that's the whole point. You just have to face the consequences. Whatever comes now, we just have to just accept it.
So this demonic thing we must sing about, that can draw all attention against him.
The man, there are time for them to put down certain things right now. You see me I deal with it. Gun thing now go work for them right now. You see me I deal with it. At time now for you lead the generation, them and lead them right. Nobody with the gun thing, gonna a big man. Gonna foolishness. Gun is a thing where, you know, now work with society. So just leave them thing there alone, Papa.
You see Tommy Lee a pass a Gaza man too, you know, and him deal with badness, you know. So society I watch him, you know. You see in society I watch him for have him as a mean to society like cartel. So Lee have to just know where him do. You see and calm down the badness and go and do some tune.
Question, when it's gonna be my time to shine.
The arrest of Tommy Lee following the sentencing Wednesday of another DJ, Laden, to 4 years in prison after he too was caught by cops with a firearm in October. Laden, a former Rising Stars contestant, pleaded guilty to the gun charge. Just last month, Police Commissioner Anthony Anderson said some music business names had links with gangs and issued this warning.
So there's an aspect of the industry that is connected to gangs and violence. Obviously, there are quite often ties at the early stages of a career with all sorts of people who are around you and probably even support you. And there's a certain part of the gangster culture, but also being associated with specific gangs and crime. It is not serving those persons well, and it will not serve them well going forward. And if you say if this is a message Well, who has ears, let them hear.
Some boy them here talk about we.
Tommy Lee scoring with early hits Some Boy and Psycho before signing up with Vybz Kartel's Portmore Empire. He hit a career high with Blessings in 2019.
We don't want the police. Mankind so